Lesson here on dealing with automation and making changes where in this case what I did on Truth Teller is I wanted to add a drum kick in the beginning here. So if you look at what I did on the song, right in here I'm adding one extra bar that I didn't have before because I want to give a little space for it to breathe from the experimental opening just before it hits on the real part of the intro where the robot or the robo chorus comes in. So I added this SoCal drum kick here, and then after I got that in, I wanted to try to get the beat just right, so I landed this little pointer right there, and then I got on number 2 here, and then this is kind of beautiful because it's just like a da kind of a kick. After that was in there, I'm like, okay, good. Now it's got some space to breathe right here. But the problem is I slid everything over by just one bar. So now all of these regions, as they're called, slid over. And the problem is the automation stayed in the same place. So I'm now pushing the automation over to do that. Here's how you do that. And this is tricky. This is something you don't want to have to do at the very end of your song, because if you do this, it's going to complicate things a lot. And if it gets too complicated, I might just undo the work and just keep it as is. But I kind of like moving forward, so I finish what I started. So here's the bass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this slider over here so I can see my entire project. There we go. Not the entire project, but you know what I mean, see the entire track. And then we go over here, boom, right there. Now I'm gonna have to go down and do this for every single one. The bass stayed the same, that's good. On the volume, this one is a little weird, so it's got a little sloppy here because I moved some things around. So something you can do is just line out everything. Like, there's a good example here. Like right here. So I had some regions in here that I decided to take out, and then this, you just have automation that you don't need to have. So I'm just going to line this out, and that's what I mean by that. So it just looks cleaner. It doesn't affect the output of your song at all. It just looks cleaner, especially if you're presented to YouTube. So there's another example. I'm going to line this out. And this is not even moving the regions yet, but you see that little dot there? That's going to clean this up and make it easy. So let's go back up to where we left off. So I know I did this one. I did this one because I can see where those dots are lining up. This one didn't get moved over yet, so let's, whoops, undo. Let's push this over just a little bit. See if it's drag and drop. That's all there is to it. Booyah. Except this looks weird. What do I do here? All right, did I want that going in like that? Almost can't hear it, so let's just go right there. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it the way it was. All right. Actually, that doesn't make sense that it would start here on that bar. Let's clean this up. Whoops. It's okay to make mistakes when you're just learning, and especially when you got tiny little dots to grab on. There we go. So I want that to come up. And then I want this to be more staggered. So we're working with automation now. This is increasing the volume when it gets to this next region. I want it to like noticeably come up. So I'm just going to drag this up here, right there. And there's a way you can do this where it just goes exactly straight up vertical line, but I kind of like gradual fades between a lot of my regions. It's once in a while I'll do that. So I'll just go right there, come in right there. Alright. And don't be surprised if you end up like noticing things all over the place on your project that can change. And don't be afraid to jump around a little bit and just experiment and learn. That's totally okay, because it's all of life is a learning process. Trust me when I tell you that. Okay, so this region didn't get, what do we got here? Just going to line this out. So I'm going to click there and then line this all the way over. Actually, see, there's nothing going on here. So something I like to do is I like just to drop that all the way to the bottom. Before I do that, that should be closer to there. It doesn't really matter. And then this needs to slide over. So now you get the idea. If you're going to move your entire project around, like you want to open space for a couple of bars, and you move all your regions, the automation also needs to move. Got it? So you just drag and highlight the dots that you're moving, and you click anywhere you want and slide it around, and you're good to go. If this video helped you out, of course, you should like and share. We're building a community of musicians. Follow me on X, formerly called Twitter. Gotta love Elon Musk, letting everybody post their feelings without too much censorship. And I'll be on there as AJ Nicholas Music on X. That's where I'm mostly active right now. But you can also find me AJ Nicholas Music on Instagram. And please don't try to message me on Facebook. And don't direct email me unless you have a very sincere question or if you want to purchase rights to my music. Thanks a lot.